Welcome to Minute Online tutorial. Let's look at this indices question. Let's see how we're going to simplify it. Alright, and it says simplify 25 raised to the power of 2 over 3 divided by 25 raised to the power of 1 over 6, or divided by 1 over 5 all raised to the power of 7 over 6 divided by 1 over 5 all raised to the power of 1 over 6. Alright, now in this case, what we just need to do now, since every one of them has a common base or factor of 5. Now let us change everything to the base of 5. Starting with this, here we have 5 raised to the power 2 or raised to the power 2 over 3. Now divided by, here we have 5 raised to the power 2 or raised to the power of 1 over 6. Now everything over 1 over 5 all raised to the power 7 over 6, now divided by 1 over 5 all raised to the power of 1 over 6. Alright, to simplify further, now according to this law that x raised to the power mn equals to the product of the two powers. Okay, so using this to resolve this, here we now have the 5. Now 2 times 2 over 3 will give us 4 over 3. Now divided by 5. Now 2 times this we have what? 2 over 6. Alright, you can actually divide through, which will give us 1 over 3, but let us just take it step by step. So here we have, now changing this now, 1 over x will give you x raised to the power minus 1. Now changing this here, we now have the 5 raised to the power of minus 1 into 7 over 6 divided by 5 raised to the power of minus 1 all to the power of 1 over 6. Okay, alright, so moving further, so coming here now, here we have that. So here we have 5 raised to the power of 4 over 3, now divided by 5. Now you can actually divide this. Now there is 2 here, 1, 2 here, 3. So here you have 1 over 3. Okay, now all through divided by, here we can multiply this. Here we have 5 raised to the power minus 7 over 6, now divided by 5 raised to the power, multiplying this, now we have what? Minus 1 over 6. Okay, now with this, now what we just need to do now is transform this to multiplication. So by so doing, here we have 5 raised to the power 4 over 3. Then transforming this we have the reciprocal of this because we are changing the sign here. So you have 1 times. Now here we now have 1 over 5 raised to the power 1 over 3. Okay, now all, here we have 5 raised to the power minus 7 over 6. Now now changing this sign also, we have times. Here we now have 1 over 5 raised to the power minus 1 over 6. Okay, alright, moving further, here we now have 5 raised to the power 4 times 3. Now transforming this here, we now have times 5 raised to the power of minus 1 over 3. Right, now recall we using still this relation, 1 over x equals x raised to the power minus 1. Okay, so then over here we have 5 raised to the power minus 7 over 6, then times. Now here, by reason of 1 over, we actually cancel out minus, but let us see, move further. So that I'll show you. Here we now have 5. This 1 over here is minus. Then take note, you still have what? Minus 1 over 6 here, right? Yes. So moving further, we have what? 5 raised to the power of 4 over 3, then times 5 raised to the power of 1 minus 1 over 3. Then everything over what? 5 raised to the power of minus 1 over 7 times 5 raised to, now here we have the multiplication, we now have plus, that will be 1 over 6. Okay, now let us also remember from here that x raised to the power m times x raised to the power n is the same thing as x raised to the power m plus what? M. Alright, following that principle here, we now have that 5 raised to the power 4 over 3. Now plus, now take note for our plus here now. If I were to put plus here now, that's this plus and minus here. So here we have what? Minus 1 over 3. Are we following? Yes. Okay. Then everything over 5 raised to the power minus 7 over 6. Then plus 1 over what? 6. Okay. Now this will further go like this. Now here we have this. What is the same here? You have 3. Now 3 in 3, 1. 1 times 4. So here you have 4 minus 1, which will give us what? 3 over what? 3. Okay. Now here we have this plus this, we have what? 6. So here we have what? Minus 7 plus what? 1. So and now this will be minus 6, right? That will be minus 6 over 6, which will now give us what? Minus 1. Okay. Now bringing it for this one also is 1. So here we have 5 raised to the power 1, which is 3 divided by 3, right? So over here we now have 5 raised to the power minus 1. Okay. Now simplifying this, now this is something as saying 5. Take note, this is 1, then divided by 1 over 5 raised to the power what? Minus 1. Okay. Okay, and this will now be 5. Now changing this sign to multiplication, we have to have the reciprocal of this, which will now be times 5. All right. Okay, let me just simplify further. Now this 1 over 5 here, 1 over 5 raised to 1 minus 5, changing it now will now be 5 raised to the power of minus into what? Minus 1. Now take note, this 1 over, so changing this now we have what? 5 raised to the power what? 1 times 1 will just give us what? Minus times minus give us 1. So here you have what? 5 raised to the power what? 1. Okay, and as such here now, 5 times 5 will give us what? 25. Final answer. Alright, if you love what I've just done, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. Thank you and God bless you.